Yep, yep. That's what we do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah to the yeah. Eagles way back up in here. Right, right, right. Eagles way up boxing. That's right. Where you get the real, not just some deal. I can see y'all out there, man. I can see it. Yeah. And I think we got like I went got some more stuff here, so now we got a nice so now we shouldn't have no problems with the stream no more. You know, we shouldn't have no more problems, man. We're gonna see, man. If it's lagging or something like that, you guys let me know. Then I'll put my face up in there for a second. But we're gonna start off like this with the new right there. Joseph Brown in here says, salute Eagles Web Boxing. Gil Cole, salute Eagles Web Boxing. Y'all know we got that championship coming up, man. Y'all be ready for it, man. Everybody be ready. I don't want no excuses, man. That's right. Don't duck me, Thun, and don't duck me, son. And don't duck Marlowe's, man. We'll talk about that a little bit because we're going to start over in Marlowe's corner. That's where you guys are going to start, you know. Give you guys a nice little start over there. Get the prelims done. See who's championship worthy. Then we fall back up in Eagles Web, get it done. Joseph Brown at the Gil Cole saluting. And Michael Johnson boxing talk and more up in here. He said, what it do? Yeah, Michael Johnson, man, I was offering him that strap, man, because we about to default Gil's strap. Take Gil's strap from him, man. We got a lot of people out here talking right now, man. We got so many talkers out there, man. It don't make sense. Naseem up in here, man. Naseem, that dream came up in here, man. Naseem, that dream said Eagles way up. He said salute, fam. That's right. Salute back to Naseem, that dream, man. I appreciate y'all, hanging in there for me, and and coming through. Man, y'all know Boss Dog was gonna come through, man. But we're gonna talk about, we need to talk about this, man. We got schedules coming up too, though. We got stuff all over the place. We got stuff in Puerto Rico. We got stuff in London and stuff. You can give me your thoughts. And I hope it's not too boring, but I got to go through this, man, because I just want to see what everybody's thoughts, man. So we're gonna just talk about the schedule coming up, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the schedule that's coming up. What you guys think about, one thing I do like, I'll tell you this way. I do like that they actually, I don't really follow these, like the lighter guys, but they got all these lighter guys, but they got at least one. They got at least one that's, at least they got a lightweight and they got a welterweight fight that's going on over in San Juan. And that's this Saturday coming up. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you guys follow the smaller guys or nothing like that. But some of them, these guys are not. These are the up and coming guys right here. So I'm just gonna get the names out so you guys can remember them, though. So we got these names coming up. You guys might already know them. If you know, you can spit the knowledge out because this is grown folks chat. Y'all can just go ahead and spit it out. But we'll talk here and there. You know how we do, man. Eagles, we're a regular conversation, man. We here and we there and then we right back to where we is at. But we got Harold Laguna. That's versus Carlos Rivera. That's a 4-rounder. Junior lightweights. I don't know if you guys know these people. But like I said, we got to keep up on the newer fighters coming up. And Luis Valentine versus Carlos Matos. That's 4-rounder. That's lightweight. Then we got a girl fight here. Vivian Velasquez versus Magna Namai Delgado. That's another 4-rounder, female flyweight. Brian Alvarez versus Emmanuel Rodriguez, 6 rounds bantamweight. And then we got Jose Martinez versus Yeson Vargas, 8-round bantamweight. And then Oscar Collazo versus, we don't know who it is. It's to be arranged. It's a 6-round fight. Emmanuel Colon versus Rodolfo Puente. That's 12 round junior welterweight. So that's the bigger fighter right there. And then Carlos Caraballo versus Mike Oliver, 8 rounds. Yeah. So you guys know Emmanuel Colon, but out of all those fighters, you probably don't know too many of them. Yeah, you probably didn't know too many of them, But we're gonna talk about, that we're gonna put the schedule out there, because the whole thing 2020, what we talk about, y'all, 2020 is supposed to be the let's see it time, man. It's supposed to be the let's see it time. It's supposed to be let's check it out, man. It's like let's see, let's have these good fights. So, we don't need no more excuses. Just move that over a little bit. Yeah, but we don't need no more excuses right now. And we got a lot of mouthpiecing right now. We got a lot of people, a lot of mouthpiecing right now. We're not going to. We'll talk about the. But we'll break it down. We'll break it down. But Vegas, man, it's on the 22nd. God dang, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 bouts, man. If somebody's gonna be tired up in there, man. It's 10 bouts. But we're not gonna really get into the Wilder thing. But we're gonna get everybody's getting into the Wilder. Well, let's see it, Gil. I mean, you putting it down there. Let's see it, man. We want to see. We need to see that, Gil. You know what I mean? Let's see it. We'll see what the fluke. Because this is the 2020. This is the 2020 right here, man. This is all native, man. This is 4 native. I'm gonna see if I can get this footage or whatever. I'm supposed to be on some station over here somewhere, but I don't know. And we got some other people that's out. Hopefully I get my pictures. I might be able to put me up another picture. Uh-oh. Why are we doing the freeze frame? What's that about? My face is frozen. Okay, so maybe let's try something else. Let's take this out. And let's just redo it. We gotta redo this. Yeah, I'll do it while y'all here. I have no problem with that. Yeah, because things have to work. That was the whole thing about getting something else. Is so we can get it to work. So, let's see. I mean, I got to see about it too. Yeah, it's being real. It's freezing up right now. It's not really. Let me see. Let me try it. See if I add another one. Let's see what it do. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have a little bit of difficulties with this thing. We'll get it. I'll get it figured back out because it was working properly. But one thing we're not doing, we're not freezing though. So as long as we got that, we're not freezing up. So we're good far as the freezing part. So we're not freezing up, even if y'all can't get the host. But we're not freezing up, so we got that. That part's good. But we're gonna get it. Just got to get it to act right. It's on that act wrong right now. Once we get it on the act right, we're gonna be good. But right now it's on the act wrong. But I'll work on it when I got a little bit of time later on today. So we're not gonna keep talking about that there. Yeah. Who we got in here? Yeah, okay, Gil. I already read that out. Gil Coles with the flute. Yeah. Joseph Brown up in here talking about we got a big one in a week. Wilder versus Fury 2. There we go. Well, it's a couple of weeks now. We got 12 days on that, Joseph Brown. Joseph Brown wanted to be tomorrow. That's right. Don Dada and his salute to. That's right. He said the fam. He's right. Eagles, Web, boxing. Got that eagle. Got the hands up good. Got the bell icon. Got the thumbs up. And he said, look here. It's all peaceful until you get that neck out there. Neck. That's right. Lions only, baby. He got it right there. Yeah. Don Dada letting y'all know, man. He said he want Gil. He said, y'all co-champions, don't forget it. And sometimes I leave Don Dada out the conversation, but Don Dada is in that conversation. So let's don't get that twisted in any manner right there. But you guys getting my stream today though, right? No problems except for right now we got a little camera issue. But we're gonna get that straightened out too though. So we'll get the camera straightened out. But that's all good though. I had to do it, we got to do the stream to see where we at. And my big thing is just I'm tired. I just didn't want to be losing streams all the time. Since we're not losing, we're in good shape as long as we're not losing. Yeah. Yeah. And also we got an eliminator on that night. Who you guys got? You guys got Charles Martin or Gerald Washington? That's a 12 round. That's IBF heavyweight eliminator. That's a setup too, though. I mean, I don't know. One of those guys can probably beat. They can beat AJ now, though. You see, I like to talk about a lot of different stuff. So, any little piece of news I get, I like to talk about that, man. Like I'm hearing that they're saying that Dubois, he's like a cross between, who was it? Larry Holmes and somebody else, another great fighter. I was like, I gotta go back and read it, man. Let me see if I can find it. But that's crazy, right? All of a sudden, Dubois is like that, huh? Dubois, you the next one? I don't know. Y'all might have read it too. But a lot of that kind of stuff, I don't know. Don't stick in my mind when I hear crazy stuff like that. When you putting Dubois on that kind of level, When you putting Dubois on the Holmes level, how'd he get on the Holmes level? I need somebody to explain that to me in here. Yeah, I need somebody to explain that to me. Just to mention that part of Dubois' repertoire is like Holmes. Yeah, I need somebody to tell me that. Yeah, I need somebody to tell me that one. Anybody in here can tell me that? Why are they using Dubois like that? Yeah, Gil Cole say Wilder and 8. Yeah. Dollar asking for step aside money. Well, who? Hey, this is that Gil Cole. So who does he want next then, Gil? Who does Don Dada want next then? You tell him step aside. I don't know, Don ain't say nothing. Don, did you ask for step aside money? And I see none of y'all wanted to mention. Y'all don't want to talk about the Charles Martin because y'all don't really care about that. Y'all just care about the Wilder and Fury. But I don't know if we should get into that. Maybe we'll get into it though. Oh, some more news on that though. I will talk about this part of it. Yeah, I got some news on that. Is that they're saying that his trainer is saying that they're not looking to get a decision. They're not looking to get a decision. So if they're not looking to get a decision, what are they telling us? Huh? What are they telling us if they're not looking to get a decision, y'all? I'll let y'all figure that one out. You know what they're saying, right? If they're saying that they're not looking for a decision, because it's right here, it says Tyson Fury's trainer doesn't want him to rely on the judges. So, with that being said, let's talk about it. Even though we wasn't gonna talk about it yet, but now we got to. When was the last person? Okay, y'all figured that one out. When was the last fighter that Tyson Fury fought that he just stretched? That he just stretched out where they had to stop it, where he just stretched the guy out. And I'm talking about competition. Even when he fought for the belts, did he stretch anybody out? Did he stretch anybody out? Even his last fight, did he stretch anybody out? Did he stretch out just that out of Valine? Huh? Did he stretch him out? Who has Tyson Fury actually stretched out to where we can say, oh yeah, he be stretching him out? I don't see it. I don't see this. And I think that if they're really doing that, let's look at all sides, man, because it's grown folk talk. You know how we do it, man. We got to look at all sides. So we look at all sides of it, man. Yeah, we're not going to let them escape. They're not going to pull no fast ones on us, right? Because if this is what they're saying, and if this is what they mean, then what they're saying is that there's a new sheriff in town. There's a new boxer that all of a sudden emerges from Tyson Fury. I can't see it, man. Does anybody believe that all of a sudden Tyson Fury has developed like great punching power to go along with his boxing skills? And if he did, wouldn't that be a miracle? That has to be a miracle if indeed that something like that is true. But I just don't see that. And here's the setup. Okay, in case you slept a little bit, here's the setup. The setup is that Tyson Fury goes in, right? So this is the setup. So pay attention. You guys some of you already know what the setup is. So the setup is the excuse that follows the fight. That's the setup. the excuse that follows the fight is we wanted to try a different fight. If we can go in and we can get Wilder out of there, because nobody's ever just came at him like that at my height, e.g. for the Tyson Fury. Nobody's ever came at him like that, hard and powerful like that, and taller and more abilities than he had, And also, Wilder got lucky. We were on our way to putting him out. See, the story. So let's just keep these stories in mind. So when they try to hit us, we talk about this more though. But when they try to hit us with that BS, then we already knew what the story was gonna be. See, because they gonna try to hit us with that new stuff, y'all. They gonna try to hit us with that, the Tyson Fury, this and that, and oh yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, Tyson. Yeah, he wanted to come out strong, because he hadn't come out strong for a while. He knew he had it, and he thought he had Wilder's number and stuff like that. Wilder, got lucky and did this or something, just so they could still boost him up. Whatever it is, however the fight ends up, because Tyson wants to have like 2 or 3 more fights. That's his story, something like that. So, if he's allowed to have these, make up these lies or these different stories, then we'll see what that does. That keeps his character alive. They won't bury. He'll still be like a Rocky character where he can resurface. And a lot of these fighters are trying this. Oh, I'm Rocky now, so I could resurface and come back. But we know a lot of them can't, man. Especially if they suffering from that, that BCD. Let me get back in here and see what y'all got, because y'all mad. Yeah, Wilder in 8. Yeah. That's right, Joseph Brown. Yeah. Daniel got to show and prove himself, yeah. But they're talking greasy about, they're all in there talking a certain way, like, oh, I can do this and I can do that. This fighter can do this and this fighter can do that. Well, let's get them in there. Let's get it done. You know what I mean? Since your fighters can do all this, let's get it in there and let's get it done. Yeah. And Jay Brown right back in there again. He's staying in there. He said, hell no. Then Jay Brown back again. He said, Charles Martin got work to do. That's right. He got work to do, man. He got a lot of work to do. Who you going for? On the Martin. On the Martin, who you going for? Who is anybody going for on the Martin? And Gerald Washington. Yeah. Put it up there. Let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. And how they going to get this done. Looking for the KO. That's right, Nassim. Nassim, that dream right back in there. Nassim, that dream said, we not falling for no tricks. Because we know that the tricks is for kids. In Eagles Web, we not going for the tricks. Y'all can trick other people. And like I said, I'm not going to be sticking with all the small talk that just because a fighter say something or whatever. And just because some media reports that, they might say that Wilder is just wild, no power, no, can't do this, can't do that. No matter what they're going to say. Same thing they did about, fighters in the past, they're going to keep that going. But I don't want to feed into it. I don't want to feed into none of that stuff, You can't teach. Here we go. Not seeing that dream. He right back. He said, you can't teach punching power. I said, you're born with it. He said, all you can do is teach to sit down on your punch. But when you teach the hard punches the same, you have a killing machine. That's what it is. That's what it is. You can't improve. But I'm telling you one thing, not seeing that dream, is that you can improve. But what do we talk about all the time in Eagles Web Boxing? We talk about that they're getting rid of these, the great trainers, like the older trainers that can help you to increase that punching power by, anywhere from 10 to shoot. And some people can increase it because of the way that you punch. Shoot, you can increase that power, 35%, something like that, 40%. You can get that punching power way up, but they don't know that technique. We're going to get a chance. Sometime, if we're gonna go to the gym, and I'm gonna give y'all that boxing knowledge. I'm gonna give y'all that boxing knowledge. That goes to my web watchers. My web watchers, they got a lot of stuff on the plate, and they get the privileges that other people just ain't gonna get. That's because there's people that mess with me, and I mess with them. I see down there Cypher Supreme. He said salute. Got the hand up good. Got the one hand up there good. Don said, pay Don step aside. He said, step aside money. He said, please. He said, let me know if you start the bid at $5. He said at $5 at Gil Coles. Yeah. So he gonna have to start at $5 and just go on up. But you the auctioneer and you're the person that raises the bid at the same time. Don, huh? Don said, you gotta get that money up, man. Yeah, it sounds good though. That's right, Jay Brown right back. He said it sounds good. No excuses. And see, this is the thing, is we're not going to have no excuses. Because, like I said, we're not, in here, we're not falling for the old, I'm just going to rush in and see if I can get it done that way. No. You're not going to, see, because the thing is, everybody knows what the price is. I know they do in this chat. Everybody knows what the price is when you re-up. What's the price, y'all, when you re-up with Wilder? What's the price? See? What is the price? When you re-up with Wilder, what's the price? Everybody know. You re-up with Wilder, the price is the K to the T to the F to that O, baby. And we already know that. Because out of the two people that re-up with Wilder, both of them went night to the night. And adding up the rounds, they didn't go 10 rounds between both of them. So night to the night. So if this one is like a Stavern type of fight, or matter of fact, how many rounds we need? We need 4 rounds just for Wilder to go 12 rounds in a re-up. Yep. And here come the knowledge with Gil. Gil putting it out there. Gil said Fury's last KO was Steve Cunningham in 2013. That was his last KT. Well, and that was a KO. He didn't say it was a KTFO. Yep. Okay, Jay Brown right back. He said, I like Martin's chin better than Washington, but Washington the better fighter. Yep. I might have to lean towards Washington on this one. But then again, I really don't care. Because I don't eat crow on fighters like that. Even if I lose, I don't eat crow on fighters like that. You got to be championship caliber to get me to eat some crow. I'm not eating crow, y'all. Sorry. If it's not championship caliber, I'm not eating no crow. F that, son. I'm not eating no crow. And yes, it's championship caliber. Then I would gladly eat the crow, and I would gladly show y'all me eating crow by Tuesday. But other than that, nah. On fighters like that, nah. Okay, y'all got the shout-outs going. Yeah. Shout-outs. And then more shout-outs. That's right. Oh, yeah. Jay Brown, back in the Jay Brown say the B to the C to the D. And if it wasn't there before, Jay Brown, guess what? That B to the C to that damn D is coming. Yeah. And Cypher Supreme right back down there. He said, yeah, that's hard to call with them two. Yeah. It is hard to call with those two right there. Because and the thing is, that's why we have problems, though. We have problems with what we call the show up. It's like, damn, who's showing up? I'm like, we don't know who's showing up. And that's what our problem is. We got to know, and we got to see who's showing up. Like, who showed up for this one? And then that spectrum is really wide too, y'all. Because it's not that we're waiting to see who shows up for that fight. We're waiting to see who shows up for all these fights. And then now they're setting us up, right? Well, they're not setting us up, not in our chat, but they're not going to set us up because we're waiting for Tyson Fury, see? Because he already trying to put that setup on us. So in other words, the boxing real slick Tyson Fury is not going to show up for this fight, right? And that's what you're prepping us for? Is that a trick? Is he still going to come out and try all the slick movement and all that? He's going to get caught. Well, he's going to get caught pretty early anyway. Yeah, he's gonna get caught pretty early anyway. So we already know that he's gonna get caught pretty early. Yeah. So we don't worry about that. It's like you getting caught. It's just that we don't know when exactly, but we know you're gonna get caught. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm gonna read that also Nassim, that dream. Yeah, don't help him out now, but don't help him out. He said that the only one who has excuses is Furies. He said the man made all these changes to his camp. He said tune up fights and all. And said, do that sound like a guy who won easily, like he say? And that's facts. Whether you come in here like that, with Nassim, that dream said, that is, for me, in my opinion, that is facts to me. And we talked about all this training, trainer stuff. We talked about the trainer talk, where everybody wants to keep changing trainers and stuff like that. See? And why don't you trust your trainer? Your trainer is not the one fighting. They have to be somebody who can actually bring something to you. You know, if you got another trainer, then he has to be somebody who's actually bringing something to you. He has to be one that's bringing something to that table. You know what I mean? It's like, he's gonna bring it to the table. I'm gonna be able to, I'm definitely gonna be able to get this fight done, and yeah, we're gonna get this made. We're gonna make history with this. Because does that sound like? See, the real talk is gonna be like, this is history making. You see what I mean? Fighters say stuff like that because everything that Wilder does everybody understand that everything he does right now is history making? See? And that's what makes him top, which nobody's talking about, because everything that Wilder does is history making. Everything that AJ does is duck making or chicken making. And y'all know that we got the chicken now. We don't mess with that duck because we know chickens can duck. So we just go with our chicken with the Nikes laced up good. And so that's what we go with. So we go with the chicken. That's right, Cypher. Cypher say, I agree 100%. That's right. Yeah, Mr. Tiptoe. He say salute family. All right. Coming up in here, tiptoeing up in here. Mr. Tiptoe. I don't know. Y'all know Mr. Tiptoe? I've seen him before. But I know my champ know him. I know my champ know. But anyway, welcome to the Grown Folks Chat. Grown Folks Chat. Yep. But the whole thing, man, if you try to pull one on us and you're trying to say, oh, I'm not gonna comment, I'm not gonna leave it up to the judges this time. See, you're trying to set us up, but we're not going for it. And that's Tyson Fury. You're trying to set us up, but we're not going for that, Tyson Fury. We're not going that, that you're gonna come out and all of a sudden, you're a new guy. It's just like Nassim said. If you just don't have that power, you just don't have that power. And if you try and just you try this thing right here to where you're gonna sit down on your punches all of a sudden. Yeah. If you're going to sit down on your punches all of a sudden, see, then that's even sitting down on your punches, that's something that you're not going to get that in one camp. If y'all understand what I mean, not sitting down with the power, because it's a motion. When you sit down with power, it's a motion that you have to have. I see you down there, King Louis. King Louis too, that made it up in here, y'all. He said salute Eagles Web and real ones in the chat. That's right. We deal with the real ones, man. We don't deal with all the paranoia and all that shit, man. And I stay on that, man. Can't nobody get that. Can't nobody erase that out of my mouth, man. As far as all the ones that's paranoid and all that and all this. Oh yeah. That's all girl talk. We don't do. We do grown folk in here. We do grown folk up in here. We don't do scaredy cat ass type of shit, man. And I ain't talking about Sylvester Stallone. I'm talking about Sylvester, that cat, man. The cat to be after that bird all the time, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. All you gotta do is run him up. Run that shit up, man. Y'all know who it is. Y'all watched Space Jam and all that. Y'all know who he is. Yeah. But this new look stuff. When people try, see, and this is what's killing our boxing too, though, is everybody want to come out with this new look type of shit all the time, and then we supposed to be like, oh yeah, that was good, and then see, it makes us argue about stuff that we shouldn't even really be arguing about. Everybody remember Sean's new look? He did two new looks, and some people fell for the second one against Earl, but believe me, I was right there. He's getting beat up. But the one against Ugas, everybody said it was a flop, that it didn't work. Right? Everybody with this old change up boxing. I'm going to change you up. And see, going to another trainer, and if they do change you up, man, you might look to go to sleep. Or something's going to happen. And we just witnessed, and y'all just seen it, we just witnessed J-Rock's, not J-Rock, but Jarrell Hurd's new look. So y'all let me know, are these new looks working? Are they working for us? Are they working for the fighter? Is it something we're going to be comfortable with? Is it something they're going to be comfortable with? Can they get wins with all these new looks? And that's just two of them. And now we're going to add another one to it because Fury wants to come in with a new look. And then on top of that, now we got, and we just had AJ that came in with the new look, but he just played Tag the Fat Boy. Is Tag the Fat Boy, is that going to be the new look in the heavyweight picture? Tag the Fat Boy or Tag and Run. Is that the new thing now? And remember, when MTM was in there, everybody hated it. But he wasn't really running because he had a good defense. And he did take some shots, but he was able to take those little body shots, but he was keeping stuff away from his head. But is that what we're going into now? Are we going into a thing where it's just, I'm going to change my style up this fight? And this is not one, I'm not saying about fighters who can change their style on the fly. That's different. When you can change up, because that's called adapting. Adapting is different than just coming in as a whole new fighter. And so we got most of the fighters coming in as just trying to stay out of trouble. But now we got Tyson Fury talking about coming in and putting himself in harm's way. And we know that's not going to turn out right if he comes in like that. We already know that. Yeah, we already know that. We know that's going to be a smash down. See? But give me y'all thoughts on that, man. That's right. Yeah. Jay Brown, salute. Now, okay. Make sure y'all salute. Now, that's right. Now, seeing that dream right back in there. Yeah. And then here we go. Not seeing that dream. He said, how do you promote against a champ like Wilder? He speak the truth. He said, while all Fury can promote is he got off the floor and claim he won. Not seeing that dream, you know, in Eagles Way of Boxing, the grown folks chat right here. And all my brothers who have chats, this grown folks chat, is, you know, in here we're not going for that. It's good to bring that up, but we don't go for stuff like that up in here. Is you're famous because you got up. There's been fighters that got up after knockdowns before. There's been fighters that got up and did good after knockdowns. You know what I mean? You was actually knocked out and allowed to wake back up and got back into the fight. And see, when they paint those kind of pictures, what they're doing, see, this is what they do. When they paint those pictures, is they putting that in a lot of people's mind, not our mind, but they put it in a lot of people's mind. Oh yeah, this is the champ who got up after being knocked down. He was actually out and he got up and stuff and he fought on to win. But they gave the other guy the decision. So that's just a story that they painting up. A bullshit story that they gonna try to fool some people with. But they're not gonna fool us with it. Because we're not having it and we're not going for that dumb shit. So if you're gonna change your style up and you come in here and you get your ass beat up, then guess what? You just got your ass beat up. At least in here. Because you come in here and if you know, once he gets knocked out, And you already know how this chat works. Because we're going to go, whatever happened, we got to talk about it. So once he gets knocked out, don't come in here saying, well, he put on a good show and that was brave of him to just come out swinging like that. I don't want to hear it, because I'm gonna smash you myself if you come in here with that, because we know it's a setup, but it's not a setup for us, because we grown folk. It's not a setup for us. That's right, Cypher Supreme. He said facts, 100% power right there. He said real. He said grown folk talk. That's right. At the grown folk talk right there. But that, if that's the only thing he got though, Nassim, was, oh, I got up from this and that and bringing up drugs and stuff like that. No, we're not going for that. Nobody made you do drugs. And plus there was fighters that did other did drugs and actually fought hell of a fights on drugs they shouldn't have been able to even stand up with. So that we don't, that's all part of your makeup, is part of what carries on the inside. And Jay Brown right back in there. He said if they don't, he said they ain't paying attention or don't want to know. That's right. Pay attention. Yeah. If you got that right. Yeah. Because if you come in here and act like you don't know, that's on you. And if you fall for any of these tricks, that's on you too. That's right, Dada. He said no new looks. Don't come up here at no looks. Sir Flame up in here, y'all. He said salute at Eagles Way of Boxing. Salute to the chat. And as always, jab that like button or y'all neck. He said don't get neck in Eagles Way of Boxing. That's right. 100% fire on that, baby. He know. Because in here, I stretch your neck out thin before I get it. I want it to be thin. I want to thin it out before I get the choking and chopping on it. But my web watchers to chop it off while it's still thick and stubborn. They'll come get you. Yeah, they'll play up in here, man. So don't come in here playing with grown folk up in here. yeah, Jay Brown. Yeah, Fury want us to believe that Leopard changed his spots. Yeah, he ain't changing those spots on us, man. Trying to play us. Trying to play us, but then ain't working up in here. That's right, Don to put that fire up there. He said ain't no better than that. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And then Jay Brown, right, he got another point down here. He said, he said Hurd looked the same too. To me. He said he's still blocking punches with his face. Yeah. Yeah, the few right. The punches, and that's a good point too though. See? When I was looking at him, I'm like Jay Brown. I'm like, why is Hurd not throwing punches when he can get a 4-piece off, and then he's throwing punches when he can't really get punches off. So his timing is like he's doing stuff like backwards shit. You know, if y'all know what I'm talking about, why are you doing backwards stuff? Now you fighting when your hands should be, in a good place. That your hands should be either up good or down good. Either blocking body shots up to your face. But you taking pieces. And then when when you got the opportunity to throw pieces, you're not throwing no pieces. So where's all he gonna get pieced up, man. Ain't nothing worse than a confused ex-champion trying to fight. So you got a confused ex-champion trying to fight. God dang, man, this is not gonna be a good one right there. I see down there Harold Jones. He said, y'all blessings. That's right. Job blessings to the kings and or queens. That's right. Our queens. That's right. Always got to bless the queens out. That's right. And Nassim, y'all see Nassim and nothing but tears. Yeah. That's how he do it. That's right. Fat neck. That's right. Yeah. My web watchers, King and them, they put hands on you, because especially if they see you. Because I'll tell you one thing about King, man, which I don't get to see King as much. I like to see King come in, but a lot of times I'll tell you what King do. King, if he know you and he know you're already suspect, if you come up in here, King already got words for you. He got I don't know if they pre-printed statements. He'll put them up there quick. Like he already got you in a nutshell. He know your whole character, and then smash you. Whereas Gil Coles, he just smash you, If you feel like you suspect or something like that, everybody in here smashing, man. This don't come in grown folk talk if you ain't ready to talk grown. That's it. But on the Fury Eagles Web Boxing in the web, we're not falling for it. And if you go running your ass up in there, you go running up in there wild, just because you think you can. Oh, I'm gonna run up in there wild. I think I can get it done. Yeah, if if you run in there wild and you think we're gonna fall for it, and we're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's a brave man and this and that. If you think you're gonna hear that from us, no, because all you're gonna get from us is a place on the KTFO page. That's all you're gonna get. See, you might get praises in other chats or other forums or something like that, or old media or somebody else, but once we watch you get stretched, then we're going to put your ass on that I just got stretched page. That's the way we do it in here. That's the way we do it. See? Yeah. That's the way we do it. In grown folks chat, man. In grown folks chat, we say what happened as a grown up. We ain't letting you off the hook. So you can go ahead and change up your styles. So Tyson Fury, change your style up. See how that work out for you. And you know we got another style coming, another style change up coming. So don't act like you're confused about it, because J-Rock is gonna change his style up when he go back in there against Rosario. And I'm sorry, y'all. That is a nap waiting to happen. So Tyson Fury, Hurd, J-Rock. Now Harrison got to change his style up a little bit. Got all these styles, man, and styles make fights. But all these fighters that already got these fights under their belt is going to be trying to change up their style because they're not versatile enough, because everybody's not boxers. You know, when boxing, like adaptable boxers, they can't change their style up. And so that's the main thing that kills these fighters when they try to change up their style. If you're a fighter that have fought all styles and you can fight this way, that way, that's something that you practice in the gym all the time anyway. It's like, because this is what you're hearing from the corner. See, the corner is saying stuff like, yeah, I want you to bang this round, or something like that. I don't want you to worry about this round. Just worry about getting your jab off and worry about getting your right hook off. And see, that's because he's seen something in the other fighter. If you go in there and get those things done, then the puzzle starts to come to, starts to get put together the right way. But if your corner can't even tell you nothing, if your corner talking about just keep your hands up good or something, or whatever, or they do give you the instructions, or they give you too many instructions, you're probably on your side. You're probably getting mopped, and that's why they got too many instructions for you. And it's just not going to work out for you when you're getting that many instructions. And the other point is that when you're getting these instructions, let's go out there and get it done. Because if you're not getting it done, then we already know what's happening. You're getting pieced up, or you're about to take that L. So when your corner says, go in there, let's get this done, you know what you got to do. Now, some trainers can, and some corners can tell you, you know what you got to do this round, or you know what you got to do now. But we always get into these fights where the fighter got pieced up the whole fight, where you got to go out there and you got to hear something like this. It has to come from the movies, or you got to go out there and knock him out. See, we know that's not going to happen in most cases. Now, if somebody told Wilder that you're going to have to go out there and knock him out, then that's probably going to get done. That's right. Not seen back down there. Now, seen say Wilder is sharpening up on his craft while Fred talking about weight gaining. I think the man is already beat. Yeah, Wilder got in his head too, because Wilder was telling him too, oh, when's the last person that you knocked out? That's what Wilder told him. Wilder said, who's the last person? Who you trying to fool? The last person that you knocked out. Come on. In other words, come on out. Come on out blazing like that. Now, he can come out blazing. He can't tag Wilder. You know what I mean? Come out and get some punches off or something like that. But what happens when Wilder finally slips and then sets down on that Bominator? then it's chin check at the fullest. Now I know. Louis put, yeah. He said, laughing my ass off. He said, no, that's off the top of the dome. Yeah. Okay, I was just saying, Louis. I know you probably didn't, have the statement. I know you didn't have the statements already pre-rented. I just, pre-printed or something like that. I was just saying that because of how fast you be coming back at people. Because as soon as Louis see you, and he know you're all gummed up, that you got tar all over you and feathers because somebody else already tar and feathered your ass, and you fall up in here in eagle's web, then you gonna get more tarred and feathered when it come to Louis and them. That they gonna piece you up with the words. But see me, I'm a little, like I said, I like to stretch your neck out a little bit first. But a lot of times when you come in here like that, I'm stretching your neck out, and while I'm stretching your neck out, they already chop it. They can't wait. Yeah, my web watchers can't wait until I get the neck thin enough. Because y'all know that I'll stop what I'm saying just to stretch somebody's neck out a little bit before we chop it. But y'all can't wait. Man, they be getting they get anxious in here, man. It's like, no, Eagle's web is, man, don't come in here with that, man. He's stretching your neck out, but I guess we're gonna have to put hands on it. And that's what my web do right there. That's right, sir. That's right, Sir Flame. He said, "Barry know what about to happen. He getting neck. He said he got that bomb up there. No, he got the bomb and the punches up there. That's right, Jay Brown. Jay Brown says self-inflicted pain gets no sympathy from me. That's right. No self-inflicted. You can't just run up in there. I'm gonna run up in there and see what I can do. All right, run your ass up in there. I know you was gonna have words with me, King. Let me see what King Louis got. King Louis said, he said, I know J-Rock can box. He said, but if dude can beat J-Rock twice, then I would say he have BCD. Rosario got chin issues as well. Yeah, he got chin issues. But a lot of times you got to look at those chin issues too. Because remember, I told y'all about chin issues. A lot of time it's not really a person's chin issue. And this is one thing, speaking on Rosario. So he said he's never had a training camp, a great training camp. This was his only great training camp. A lot of times when you don't have a good training camp or whatever, you'll go down a lot of times. But when you just like working real hard, and I'm gonna tell you a prime example of that. Now, Rosario is not Mike Tyson, but if you guys watch those two fights between Mike Tyson and Razor Ruddock was probably the hardest punching heavyweight. He's in the top 3 at least. I mean, he'd take your whole chin. You talking about who got neck? He would take that whole head off the neck, man. And he hit Tyson with some punches, and we seen Tyson go down and out. And he hit Tyson with some punches that I'm not lying, would have knocked a ball out. Yep. Would have knocked the ball out, but he was right. He said he's right. He said, when I'm right, can't nobody do nothing with me. When I'm right, see? And so that's what I'm looking at. When you right and can't nobody do nothing with you. But when you're not fully trained up and you haven't, stretching that neck and moving the neck and getting your head to be able to recoil back and, I'm not saying that you don't take no damage, but sometimes you could take shots, you absorb them better when your neck and stuff is more fluid. If your neck is real like stiff and hard neck and your head facing forward like that, yeah, somebody gonna crack you. They gonna crack. It's gonna go all the way down into your feet and you going to sleep. But that's part of like slipping too. Like when you're moving your head and get caught, you take some of the pop off of it, the sting off of like that. And so that's what I'm banking on with Rosario is I think that we have to see this next fight. But for J-Rock, very susceptible to that right uppercut. And everybody's going to work that into their game plan. You know what I mean? Everybody. That's right. Me, TV, till this day, we are the kings and got up in here. He said, salute Eagles Way of Boxing in the chat. You feel me? But all these new, all these fighters that's not really versatile like that. So we got some fighters that said they was versatile. We found out that they were lying. Like Mikey Garcia, we found out when he fought Earl Spence that he wasn't as versatile as he thought he was. And so he just folded up and played shrimp all fight. just folded up in the shrimp posture. You know what I mean? But we got Earl that can change up. We got Sean that forces himself to change up because it's not really comfortable when I see Sean doing all these changes. Sean is just very athletic, and he gets away with making certain mistakes. But then when he gets caught, that's it. And Broner proved that he can get caught and clipped and go down, and Earl proved the same thing. And Bud, which I'm really finished with Nabiscuits, because he just need to fight somebody. But he does have a good style, and he can switch up and do different and do some amazing things. But there's there's fighters that can do that, and then there's fighters that there's certain styles they just can't adapt to. And we already know. And just like with Lomachenko, we know what happened with him. That he couldn't make those adjustments, and he got beat up. But he beat everybody else, and so that's why they try to put that voice in our head to get us thinking, oh yeah, he's a great fighter and all that. And we have fighters that have better movement than him. We even had heavyweights with better movement than him. See, we coming in with that crap. I'll put some of them up. I'll put some nice little short clips up so you can see some of our big heavyweights how they used to move. But like I said, this is new equipment and stuff, so I still got to work. I got to work on some things in here. But we're gonna get all the bugs worked out. But at least we're not slow. We're streaming. Everybody's getting what I'm saying. So nobody should be buffering, and all the graphics and stuff. At least my graphics, I don't know what you're receiving it on, but all my graphics are real good. Everything's clear. And yeah, we just moving up to better things, man. We're gonna do something. You know, maybe one day I'll get with Louie and I get with whoever else, any of y'all on your show or whatever, man. Once I get everything straight the way I want to, you know, because we got to start the grown folks boxing chat movement too. Because we got grown folk boxing chat, and that way we'll keep all these trolls out of here. But then again, it's fun when they come in because we know what to do with them. You know, you come in here, and like I said, you've been swimming in a whole pool of grease all day, and you still didn't wash it off, and you didn't want to come in here and act respectful or whatever, or you didn't want to come in and act grown. Hey, we got something for you. Like that there. Yeah. And then King Louis right back again. He said Rosario wasn't saying that shit when he said Gallimore knocked him out. Okay, what I know, Louis, don't get mad at the brother, man. Don't get mad. Don't get upset with him, man. I know you like to roll with the Rock. But sometimes, like I said, I don't put all my eggs in nobody's baskets. I don't have all my eggs in Rosario's baskets. But what I do know is that was early in the fight for somebody to get beat up like that. And I'm just saying. Now, styles make fights, but fighters can improve. He's a young guy too, man. What is he, 23, 20? He's only 24 years old. What do you want out of a 24-year-old, man? I doubt if he has severe problems at 24. I doubt that he really has severe problems at 24. But you know how we do it all the time anyway, though, man. We got to see it. That's our whole thing, man. Is we got to see it. Yep. Yeah, and I know y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about the Charles Martin and Gerald Washington. Oh no, I may just go with Washington on it. But like I said, I'm not eating no crow on it. And then we got Emmanuel Navarrete versus Gio Tapes Santissima. That's 12 rounds. And that's for the WBO. That's Navarrete's WBO title. I don't know. A lot of these I don't really care. I know some of you guys care about the Amir Imam versus Javier Molina. It's only 10 rounds though. But I know a lot of people is really hyped on him. And then Sebastian Fundora versus Daniel Lewis. That's a 10 round also. That's middleweights. You know what I mean? Or junior middleweights, rather. Gabriel Flores, that's another undercard right there. And Matt Conway, but that's only 8. Isaac Lowell, and we don't know who he's going to fight. And then Lindolfo Delgado versus Petrus Nanyan. That's a 10 rounds. And Rolando Ramirez versus Artur's Amatov. And that's 8 rounds. And we got another, like a real preliminary. It might be after all the fights. They might not even have this one before. Vito Mielnicki Jr. versus Stephen Daly. And that's 4 rounds. But we can always look at it. Yeah. Because at the same time, we can't keep up with, we're not going to be able to watch all these fights. Because Brad Foster's fighting too. Yeah. That's, it's all British stuff, but it's London. That's ESPN London though. 12 round. That's for he's fought Lucian Reed, and that's their rematch now, y'all. So that's 12 rounds. That's for Foster's British Commonwealth Junior featherweight titles. Cody Davies, Omar Sadiq, and then we got stuff over. So that same day, so that night, so we got London, and we got Brampton, Ontario, and then we got, of course, we got Vegas. Vegas is the big ones. So I can't talk about all of them, and I don't know, because I'll probably be working, and it's hard for me to work, man, because a lot of times when I'm working and I'm catching fights, man, I got to catch them on the phone, and so I got to rewatch them somehow. When I get home, I got to rewatch them, because I can't catch it. It's hard on the phone to try to catch them, man. I'm trying to sneak. I'm trying to sneak and keep my job at the same time, But I got to absorb all this stuff so I can bring it to y'all, man, what I see. You know what I mean? Yep. Then King Louis said, no, after J-Rock lost again, I said, even if J-Rock get them belts back, I was switching my pick to Charlo. Oh, okay. So you had J-Rock over Charlo at first, right? I talked about y'all in one of my chats. I brought that up. I said, all y'all was talking about how J-Rock gonna take Charlo out or whatever, or beat Charlo. I said, no, that ain't gonna happen. I told y'all wasn't gonna happen. Now you starting to see the style matchup. Now you got this young guy put hands on him, but we're gonna see it though, Louis. We're gonna see what it do, man. We're gonna see. That's all we can do is sit back, we wait and see. Okay, you say you taking Charles Martin in that one? All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You take like I said, either one of those. I'm not eating no crow on those, so I'm not even sweating those. I'm not eating crow on either one of those. I don't care if I lose or not, because I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying Washington. I'm just saying that it just sounds good. It just sounds good and stuff like that. Well, we'll put it like this too, though. One of them is just eliminated. Since it's eliminated, so one of them is just eliminated. That's all that's going to be. They're going to have to work their way back up again. That's it. That's how it's done. They're going to have to work their way back up. And neither one of them, they're not somebody that they're not fighters that I'm really caring about or something like that. I don't see that much potential or something like that in them fighting. I'm not seeing huge potentials or nothing like that. So I'm not tripping on them. It's a room for fighters to come in there and get their money in, so they come get their bread. I mean, they're gonna be on a major stage. That's one thing. So it should be a good, since they're gonna be on the this is gonna be on a good stage. So they still get to get their brand out there. At least that. And King Louis right back said, I like Washington too. He said win, but I don't know about him. Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. We don't know who's coming into these fights, man. Like I said, but we are not in grown folks chat. I don't care which grown folks chat I'm at, but we are not going to fall for this little trick that Tyson Fury is trying to pull on us. Because when you go in there trying to rush Wilder, or whatever kind of plan you got, you got some dumbass plan that you want us to go with you on, and we ain't falling for it. That we're not going in there with your plan. And neither are we going to go in there with anybody's plans if you guys going to do some kind of switch up on us. and we're gonna ride with you. See, that's what kills us, is when we're betting. And I'm not saying like gambling betting. I'm saying, but when you're putting it out there on the fighter, like, oh yeah, this fighter got it, and then they come in there and do something different. And one of the first fighters to do, I don't like to keep putting him out there, but one of the first fighters that did that to us, even though he will fight, but he don't fight enough. He just don't throw enough hands. That's AB. Because after that Maidana ass whooping, he wasn't throwing hands the same no more after that ass whooping. Yeah, when he was walking back to the locker room, man, he looked like a wet rat. A wet, shivering, scared rat after that. But I know he still got it in him, man, if he really wants to come back and fight. If he wants to really get it done, then he has to get it done, man. You got to stop tricking us. Sir Flame said he going down. Yeah. Okay. King Louis back. He said Charles Morgan. He said he shook back a little bit. But we're going to get this in, man. It's going to be fun. Hopefully we're going to get some. We're already in February, y'all. In 2020, we need to get these good fights in. And right now we're already in the second month already. And matter of fact, we're already, at 10, 20, not even 20 days left in this month. Remember, this is a short month. So we don't even have 20 days left in this month. You know what I mean? Yeah, but AB is the one that got us in this mode. And we can, a lot of fighters can credit putting us where we're at. The state of boxing right now is because of the fighters in the past 15 years. It's because of them. And before that, everybody was following the protocol. Everybody was keeping it more or less linear. I mean, Ali brought more money into it, but we were still keeping it linear. You know what I mean? You fight killers, I fight killers. And that's the way it was done. I'm not going to say we didn't have any ducking. We still had ducking. But it was like, you fight this killer, you fight this killer. But even if there was ducking, you still have fighters. Even the fighters that ducked other fighters, they were still fighting killers. They might not have fought that style that would have matched up bad for them, but they were still fighting killers. But now you got safety nets for fighters. You got lineal champions. You got franchise champions. You got all this crap. And so now it's not lineal. That's why boxing is messed up, because it's not lineal like it was. Because killers wanted to fight killers. You're a killer? I want to fight you too. You're a killer. That's crazy too, though, for killers wanting to fight killers, but that's what they do. I'm going to fight this killer. And so the killers is talking to each other like, I'm going to fight that killer. And I'm going to fight that killer. So they telling each other that I'm going to fight a killer. But now nobody want to fight killers no more. They just, the style matches up. Then the trainers aren't good enough to get you, at least if you're not a type of boxer that changes his style, they're not good enough to get you to be a boxer that can change the style for a fight. They always say, we can work on 2 things. You got 12 weeks, but you can only work on 2 things. Get out of here. You're not a greatest trainer is what people feel that you are if you can't get that fighter ready. And most of the trainers aren't great anymore. They're just not. And I'm sorry to say that, but they need to dig these old trainers up out of retirement, get them into these gyms to drop that boxing knowledge on these fighters. Because if not, boxing will just turn into just a show. And we're not trying to have a show right now. We trying to see fights and stuff like that. That King Louis said, AB only care about getting the most money out of a fight, nothing else. That's it. I know what you meant. Nothing else. And Jay Brown say the same thing. He said facts. He said AB ain't been right since Madonna. Yeah. He let somebody that Maidana that sound like Madonna. He let a Madonna whoop on him so bad that made him change his whole life decisions when it comes to boxing. Man, that's just not good, man. And Jake Brown back in there. He said Wilder Fury is the biggest fight of 2020. And in the sport of boxing. Yeah. I gotta disagree with you. I'm gonna agree with you, then I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna agree with you because that fight is made and because that is the fight. I'm gonna disagree with you because I think that Wilder and AJ does better numbers and better money. But it probably won't happen. Somebody else is gonna have to stretch AJ. Them belts gonna be all over the place, and Wilder just gonna have to pick those belts up one at a time. If any of the strap holders for any of those belts will fight him, that's it. You got two boogeymans in the heavyweights, Wilder and King Kong. King Kong is the name boogeyman, but Wilder is the bomb squad and also another boogeyman. That's right. Yeah. But Spence, I see how you're speaking out to Jay Brown, Gil Coles. I see you down there. But yeah, we want to see these good fights, man. This is 2020, man. Get them good fights in there. Get your ass in the ring, and let's get them. Oh, King Louis back in there. He said broken his jaw. He said AB got a real leash on life. He said, if it ain't about the money, yeah. It's just sad, man. Because the thing is, AB, man, doesn't even know his own popularity. I mean, he doesn't know how many people still pull for him and want good things to happen. Not just his popularity, but he don't know that people still want good things to happen to him because, you know, the thing is, if we see his potential better than he does, and we know that the Madonna thing, that you fought brave enough to take knockdowns and still stayed in there. And matter of fact, when you did throw hands, you was hurting him. He even said that you punch hard. Now, when somebody whoop your ass and tell you that you punch hard, that means all you had to do was work on something else. You should have been working on something else, man. All that playing around and shit. You would have went in there and stayed serious and kept spinning his ass around, you know, kept fighting at angles and stuff. You could have won easy. But instead, you let him maul and brawl your ass, and it was over with. It was over with. He clipped you, and then he took your whole, he took part of your boxing IQ and everything else. Your skills. He took your skill set from you, your boxing IQ, your willingness to really put on a show, and just turned you into like a money grab and a spotlight grab. And that shouldn't have never been your look. Your look should have never been a spotlight grab, and yes, you getting the business done. Nobody should be in the spotlight, and yes, they getting business done. Tyson Fury, try to get your ass out the spotlight because you're not getting all the stuff done that you need to get done. So get your ass out of here all the way with that shit. Yeah. Yeah. Jay Brown said Spence Crawford ain't better than Wilder than Fury. The promotion of Fury versus Wilder is at another level. He said ticket prices for floor seats are $24,000 a piece. Yep. Yeah, Wilder command that money, man. Yeah. Yeah, Spence ain't gonna get that kind of money. Yeah. I know what you mean that you said ain't better. Yeah. Because even that last fight that Wilder had, man, them tickets was up there. Whew, tickets was up there, man. And I would not spend 24 grand to watch, even if I like Wilder. There's probably fighters I would spend that much on, but they probably not in this era of boxing that I would spend that kind of money. I'll spend a couple of stacks on it. You know, I'll spend a few stacks for a seat, something like that. That's only because everybody else done paid a couple of stacks for it. You know, a couple of stacks or whatever. But I don't think I'm going. I know I'm working. I'm probably working. Sure, but if I get out there, it'll be lit. Yeah, it'll be fun out there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, you just retracted it. Yeah, you said the same thing. Yeah, it's not better. But I'm just let y'all know, man, don't fall for this new Tyson Fury crap, man. Don't let him, you know, sneak out and pretend. And pretend like, oh, that's why I lost, because I came out. Somebody has to fight him like this. And I can just already, you know, kind of imagine, you know, what kind of stories he's gonna use. You know what I mean? Now, what kind of stories you gonna try to use because you lost? Yeah. Well, I had to come in there, you know, try to show him. I want to show him who's boss and this and that and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no. But we'll talk about some of these other fights coming up, because we know Joseph Parker, he fights a week after Wilder. So it's only 10 rounds though. But we'll talk about some of these fights, you know, if they're important. We'll look into it, You know, a lot of times I don't have time to cover everything. You know, but we sat in here. We sat in here for a while, man. Like I said, I had to go through same thing Wednesday. So Wednesday I probably had to start late again. But as long as we come in here and get it done, man. We come in here, we talk to grown folks boxing. That's what it's about, man. And y'all remember here, y'all come check us out. That's the information right there. I just popped up the information right here. Then we're going to start it off over in Marlo's corner. Marlo's corner, man. February 16th. We're going to start over there. I need my web watchers to show up over there, and y'all represent, man, and we got to get these belts off of Don Dada and Gil, because Gil come in here still talking about steel. He'll say steel quick. Steel. Yeah, so this is I put this page up here I'm going to put it up here like for the week, whatever. Just keep the little promotion going or whatever like that. So, yeah, we're going to keep it rolling like this. Be like, how did I get the championship? That's what the Lion's saying down at the bottom. How did I get that championship off of Gil? He got his crown on good. And I know y'all probably can see him. Yeah, he got his crown on good and stuff like that. We're going to get this done, though, man. We're going to get it done the right way. We're going to get it done the grown folk way. You know, talk about the boxing. You know, I think King, you on tonight. And I think I worked late or later or whatever. But I'm going to try to go in there. I'm going to try to catch King. Y'all go catch King. And whoever else, man. Whoever else have something. Y'all can put it up in here. I don't mind y'all putting it up in here. Y'all can, if y'all have something coming up, y'all can put it up in here. And yeah, we just make sure we support each other up in this grown folk boxing movement. Because that's what we care about, man. This grown folk. Just come in and talk about it. Yeah, we're going to argue about it. I don't have no problem arguing with y'all. Because I argued, yeah, I'm going to argue my point. Y'all going to argue your point. I don't have no problem with that. We can do that. But at the same time, we just keep it grown, keep it real. And everything's all good. See, I told you. There go Gil right now. Gil come in there. He said February 16th. He said in steel. That's right. He take it serious, man. He know. But y'all don't be surprised you go up in Marlo's, man. Some of the questions you might end up getting over in there. Hey, man, thanks for everybody, man. Thanks. I appreciate everybody, man, that came through, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all that come through. Even if I don't mention your name as much as I mention other people's names and stuff. And the only reason I mention people's names a lot is because we probably just talk a little bit more, or some of the stuff they say, sticks in my mind, and I have to let it out there. But I like all y'all the same, man. Don't worry about that, man. We all fam. We all grown folk. We come in here. We do grown folk. We go do grown folks chat. That's right, Jay Brown. Jay Brown said facts. He said support each other. That's it, man. And we on a different level in this thing, man. No matter what our forums are like. Our forums are all a little bit different, but we all in it for the same thing, man. It's because we love the boxing and stuff like that, and that's why we in it. It don't matter what our forums is. It don't matter what the education is. We just still support each other, man, and we still shout out each other like that there, man. And the one thing that we do have in common is we try to keep all this stuff grown. You feel me? If we try to keep it grown, and we just keep moving it like that. Like, this is gonna be grown. We're not gonna be like a chat that's gonna be friendly to those trolls that come in. I mean, they can come in and give the thumbs down, but we ain't friendly to them type of environment or those situations right there. You know what I mean? All right. Well, my shout out to all y'all that I see out there. You know what I mean? The real ones that I see. And shout out to all y'all. You know what it is. The ones that mess with me, because I mess with you back, man. And I'm going to catch y'all, man. Nothing but blessings.